I think I've done it again. I think I've got gold. Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire in a beautiful sunny Scotland. How about that for a view? Welcome back to the fields of Perthshire. Well, some of you must have been wondering, does this guy even have any hair? Because he's always got a big woolly hat on. But today, the air temperature is about 15 degrees, which is, what, 60 Fahrenheit nearly? Which is not bad for the middle of March. So, welcome back to the field that produced the peacock and also the ring, which I believe is hopefully diamond and sapphire, which would be nice. Sad loss for the person who lost it, unfortunately. But I'm back on this field, and as you might be able to see, it's had a plough. Farmer's been in it just in the last couple of days since I was last here. So that tells me he's probably going to plant it in the next day or two. I also have to say, wow, 21,000 subscribers. Unbelievable. The growth of my channel at the moment is just off the scale. So thank you all for the tremendous support. Let's go and see if there's another peacock to be found. It's going to be hard going to walk on this ground, but hopefully it's going to turn up a few new discoveries. I'm only 30 seconds in and I've got my first signal. $82, $85 seems like quite a big target. So let's see. Oh, not easy to do one-handed. It's very clayey, this soil, in contrast to other parts which are very sandy. There we are, it's a tin can. Well, I always show you the first dig. The scourge of metal detectorists. But you've got to dig them. Barely 30 seconds later, 85, 86, this sounds more like a coin on its edge. Famous last words. But now it just sounds a bit weird. Hopefully, get it this time. Nope, maybe I missed it. Maybe it's there. Ah, that is not a coin. That looks like maybe a bit of lead or a buckle. Right there. And it's neither. It's an electrical fitting. Ah, not the best of starts really. This is a weird one. 5960, didn't film it, and it's a bit of lead folded over two little circles with iron in the middle. No idea on that one. This one was on the surface. It's another bit of lead, possibly a lead seal, but it's now illegible if there was any writing on it, but could be a bag seal or maybe a medieval token. This one sounds a bit better. Solid 87. But who knows? I think we're out. I think we're somewhere there. Let's just flick that over. We were. Now I've lost it. Okay, we're out. I don't see a big chunk of aluminium yet, so that's good news. You'll be glad to know I've got my new battery and also two spares with me again. Oh, it might be a spendable. It is a coin. It's an old pound, I think. It is. It is an old pound coin. So these were replaced quite a few years ago. Maybe 10 or 15 years ago. This one is from 1991. And on the front, looking to the right, is the late Queen Elizabeth II. This was a 76. It sounded like lead. I got our first old item. So this is yet another one of these little tokens. You can see it's been a bit bent. It's made of lead, and I suspect right there is going to be a cross and 4 dots. Well, kind of, it's a bit worn. The other side, probably plain, but oh no, there's a, maybe let's straighten it a wee bit, just a bit, and there you go. There's like there's a couple of lines there anyway, maybe like another cross on that side as well. So this is yet another one of these lead tokens or tallies. So who knows, could have been currency, could have been advertising, could have been a gaming token, could have just been used for numeracy, for counting, like an abacus. So could have a bit of age to it. It's probably pre-1700, and who knows, it could be all the way back to the 12 or 1300s potentially. Good find, at last. Well, thank God the farmer hasn't ploughed all the field. Maybe he's stopped for his lunch, or maybe he's just going to leave this as set aside. It's hard going walking in this ploughed soil. Oh my God, I feel like I've had a leg workout. So you can see he's not ploughing it particularly deep, probably 12 inches or so. So right on the cusp of the depth of the 13-inch coil. Well, within reason. So I'm going to spend a bit of time on the unploughed, just to let my calves rest. This one's a bit dodgy. It's kind of all over the place in the 90s. Could just be a shallow bit of aluminium. Don't think it's anything good, just doesn't sound crisp enough. Well, it's out. And that there looks like something big and green, and it is. A big and green what? Let's get you in the sun. Something, I think it's just a strainer for fencing wire, to be honest. Oh well. I've got myself a nice little relic. Well, this was a really dodgy signal. It sounded iron, but it didn't sound iron. It was jumping all over the place. And now I know why, because look, that there is a penknife. So it's got an iron blade. That's why it sounded like a dodgy signal. That is lovely. Right, let's give it a little brush. See if there's any detail or decoration on it. Probably not. It's probably plain. Just a little farm workers. A little blade that they have accidentally dropped. Either that or they've broken it and thrown it away, but look, the blade's actually just fallen apart, literally dropping out. So I think the handle, it looks kind of like Bakelite, some sort of early plastic rather than bone, but you can see the 4 little rivets that hold it all in place. So date wise, not sure, probably, let me think, how old is that going to be? Just get you into the sun a little bit, but out the wind, easier said than done. There we go. So yeah, date wise, I don't know, maybe 1900s, early part of the 1900s I'm guessing. So that's a nice little find. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It's an ear blower. 1991, it's either something phenomenal or it's absolute junk. Well, we're out. Well, I don't see any big lumps of aluminium. It could be a Georgian coin. Could even be a bit of silver. Well, we've got a clod. We've got a clod. We've not got another one of these. Oh no, we don't. I thought I had another one of those double-eyed things there. It's a great big bit of brass or copper. It's a join between irrigation pipe. Either that or it's a ring owned by a very big person. Just a few feet away we have got another 91 92. So the same applies. Could be copper, as in a big Georgian coin. Could be silver. But as we've found out, it could also be a bit of irrigation pipe. Only one way to find out. Might be slightly over here. Right, let's get the pinpointer out, try and track it down. Well, I seem to be in the right place. Ah, what's that? That is it. It's a great big bracket. Ah, agricultural machinery. Darn. Well, it's just my luck. I get those two ear-blown signals fairly close together and I film them and they turn out to be garbage. So when I get a third one, oh, just got myself tangled. When I go and get a third one just a few feet away, I don't film it. It turns out to be something good. I think we might have a lead weight. Oh, maybe not. What's a lead something? I thought it was going to be a lead weight with a hole in it, because it looks like there's a hole on this side, which there is, but doesn't go all the way through. So, what is that curious thing which is made of lead? Very heavy, probably weighs just over an ounce, 28, 35 grams or thereabouts. What is it? Is it a weight? Let me know in the comments below. I'm certainly on a roll with signals at the moment. I seem to be getting one every 30 seconds. Problem is, most of them are junk. Well, this is a consistent 82, so fingers crossed. No more aluminium. Oh, we're out. Come on, please be a coin. I'd even settle for a buckle. Or a button. Oh, there's something small and round. Oh, I'll tell you what. It's not silver, is it? Oh, it's not. It's not silver, but I did say I would settle for a button. And that's exactly what it is. It's a button. Not particularly old. A 2-holer with some letters on it. But yeah, it's a little aluminium button. Oh well. It's a find. Not particularly old, I'm guessing. 50 years maybe, give or take. This one was very faint, 62, and as I always advocate, took a spadeful out, and now sounds a bit better. That's it there, I think. Well, I think it's just a fragment of something. It is, it's a bit of aluminium. I almost made a critical mistake there, which is I didn't check the hole, and then I did check the hole, 61, 62, which was the initial signal, so either it's another bit of aluminium or something else. Aha! Well, that's small and it's round. Well, it's not aluminium. Oh, we've got letters. Something. Something. Oh, it doesn't say open, doesn't say pull to open, surely not. I hope it doesn't. It's lead, so it's a bit strange. It's got a little bit of age to it if it's made of lead. I've got myself a little bungee cord coming for my brush because, as you'll continually see, I keep struggling to get it off my belt. I think it is, it's pull up to open. Pull up to open. Ah, well, I don't know what that's going to be off of. Maybe like an oil can or something like that. Just a little pull tab. I thought it was going to be a nice lead seal. Not to be. 84, 85. Could be a coin. Very close to power lines. I'm getting a lot of chatter. So come on. Maybe dug in the wrong place. Come on, give me a coin. Victorian. Well, it's out. It sounds pretty good. Famous last words as usual. Not exactly calling it well today. Ah! Ah! It's green and it's round. Well, it's not Victoria. 1938. It's going to be George VI. It is. It is George VI. Well, it's a ship's halfpenny of the father of Queen Elizabeth II. So George VI, he was on the throne from 1938, actually, I think it was. 1938 to 1952. So his brother, older brother, took the throne, and Edward, and he abdicated to marry Wallis Simpson, the American divorcee. So there's actually no coins that exist of Edward. It goes straight from George V to George VI, because he wasn't on the throne long enough for them to make coins. There's a few proof ones that exist that are worth a lot of money, but no ones that actually made it into circulation. Interestingly, the monarchs always change direction. So George, basically, Queen Elizabeth II faces right, so Charles III will face left. However, George V faced left. Edward should have faced right, but no coins were made. But when George VI took the throne, he faces left like his dad before him, just to keep up with the routine, even though it never happened. So, there we go. A nice wee ship's halfpenny on the eve of the Second World War. Not far from the halfpenny, a very high 80. I don't think that can be a coin. Just doesn't sound right. But it's out, so at least I don't have to dig far if it's aluminium. Ah, it is a coin. Well, you wait for ages and you get two at once. As it is Dad. I think it is. I think it's George V this time. Well, that's bizarre, isn't it? That is bizarre. It didn't even sound like a coin. But what do I know? That's why you dig them anyway. Not that I wouldn't have anyhow. 1919, so the official end of the First World War. So it is George V. There he is. Get the bendy thumb on it. Give it a wee burnish. So yeah, you can just make him out looking to the left, just like his son. Well, that's quite bizarre that I just mentioned that, and 2 seconds later we get father and son. Literally 30 seconds after that one. So I'll scout out around this area. Maybe there used to be an old trackway or a house or something here, and maybe there's more to be had. Excellent. This is definitely not a coin. 66. But could be something good. Could be a button, or a bit of lead, or a bit of copper. Well, I suppose it could be a coin. It could be a very old coin, an old hammered copper coin. Right, there's something there that looks pretty green. Is it a buckle? No, it is. Well, it might be a buckle. Maybe not. What is that? Well, it's got a hole in it. It's got a hole in it and a little circular bit on the end. I'm not sure. Just some kind of tag or fastening maybe. In fact, it could even be the end of a a terminal for a battery or something like that. Oh well. We've got a double signal here, 64, and here a 75. Neither of them sound amazing, to be honest, but maybe, just maybe, we might get lucky, seeing as I'm so awful at calling these targets. Got a big bit of glass there, I think. What is that? You've got a funny shaped bit of glass. Oh, it's a little bottle, or the remnants of a little bottle with a hexagonal sort of side on it. Maybe a little perfume or some sort of jar. Victorian, possibly, or just after. Right, still in the hole. There's something hard there. I hope that's a stone, not a big horseshoe or something like that. Right. Right, I might have to turn you off for a minute. There's definitely something down there that's substantial and big. Could be the dreaded big iron. Right, I'm going to turn you off. I'm going to get back to you in a minute. Well, just to show you, it is big iron. Look there, you can see it under the surface. I'm going to dig it out just to see what it is. I suspect it's a big bit of plough shear, but you never know. Could be a nice big bomb. Okay, moment of truth. It's long and it's iron. Is it Excalibur? No, it's not. It's a great big bit of plough shear. This could be good. There's also iron just there. It's an 81, 82, right about here. Well, we're out. We are out. Maybe another halfpenny? Ah! I think we've got silver. God, it didn't sound like silver. I think it is maybe a sixpence. It is a sixpence. 1939, same date as the other coin. So it's going to be George the 6th again. So that is 50% silver. Just on the eve of the Second World War, or the beginning of the Second World War. In fact, no, the other one was 1938, wasn't it? Not 39. This one sounded like aluminium, but aluminium can often be silver as well, but it sounded junky, and also it was quite shallow. But it does look like it's something. I don't know if it could be like a cigarette case or something like that. And if it is a cigarette case, could it actually be silver? Well, you can see it's got a circle in the middle, which is maybe where initials would be, or some sort of insignia. But you see what I mean about the lines that go across it? Yeah, it could be. Can't make out what's in the middle though. But I think that could be a cigarette case. And if it is a cigarette case, well, it could be silver. So I'd have to clean that up when I got home. And then we'll get the light box on it and see if there is any hallmarks on it or any decoration that's legible. But yeah, it could be interesting. And date-wise, it's probably going to be around the sort of 1900s, I would think. I made the mistake of coming into this part of the field not realising just quite how wet and boggy it is. And I was just about to about turn when I got a weak signal right down here. I tell you what, I think I might have gold. Look at that. right there. Not even deep, 3 inches. It was a 60, and I tell you what, I think that is gold. I think the XP DEUS 2 might have done it again. Look at the state of my wellies. So I've come out onto the drier ground. Now, people might say it looks as if you've stuck mud to this. Trust me, the ground there is claggy. Really, really claggy. That is gold. That has to be gold. I think it's a stone. Like a pendant or something. Oh, you beauty. Right. Oh, it's got to be gold. It has got to be gold. Almost looks like a little face. Right, let's get the scooshy bottle out and let's give it a clean. Oh, it has to be gold. Look at the colour of that. That is beautiful. Look at that. It's like a little, it's almost like a little person, like a dress or something. Right, surely that's got to be gold. It has to be gold. Look at the colour of it. And a little red stone on the bottom. Oh, it's beautiful. It must be some kind of seal or what do they call it? Yeah, like a, you know, like a wax seal. Sometimes I think they call them fobs. Get all that mud out. Right. Oh, it's got a little thing in it. Oh, it's got a wee. Oh, look at that. It's like a little intaglio, a little carved stone. Oh, that is stunning. That is stunning. You beauty. You jammy swine, John. That is, it's almost like a little person there, isn't it? Right, let me dry this up off camera and come right back to you. Look at that. I cannot find a hallmark, but then again, I'm maybe just looking in the wrong place, or it's very, very small, but I'm pretty certain that this is gold. The sun's just gone away at the wrong moment, because it's not quite as shimmering as it was a minute ago. However, look at that on the bottom. Let me zoom in a little bit just to try and get that a better view. Look at that. That is, I think, possibly the helmeted bust of the deity or goddess known as Roma. And Roma was the personification of the Roman Empire. She had a bit of a rebirth in the 17th and 18th century into even the 19th century, and I think that is when this is from. This, I think, is a little like a little stamp. What did I call it earlier? Oh, I can't remember now. I've lost my ability to speak. But it's a little intaglio, that's the word I was looking for. A little carved red stone. I don't know, it could be something like carnelian. It's absolutely gorgeous. Utterly beautiful. Look at that. I mean, if I had to hazard a guess, I'm going to say that I think that could be Georgian. It looks like it's been hanging for quite a while, because look how thin the metal is just at the top there. Almost worn through. So I don't think this has been lost very soon after it's been made. I think this has been lost quite a bit later. But that is like a little stamp, a little impression. So maybe for like letters, for a wax seal. And if that is gold, then that is unbelievably good. Well, it's unbelievably good regardless of whether it's gold, but I think it is gold. And it is beautiful. So I'm guessing it's probably Georgian. One of the Georgies, the first, the second or the third. So probably sometime around 1715, all the way through to about 1820. That is stunning, absolutely beautiful. That is one of the classiest little things I've ever found. Unbelievable. I can't wait to see this in the lightbox, so hang on till the end. Well, I don't know if I got back-to-back silver and gold, but I could have silver or aluminium. Oh, my head is just ready to explode. Well, whatever it is out. It does sound good. Is that an imprint there? Ah, it's not. Look, there it is. There's a big lump of lead. It is a big lump of lead. Ah, well. Oh, I'm going to have to go for a lie down. Oh. Honestly, this is why we metal detect. For the rush that you get when you find something like that. You just fall apart. Well, at least I do. I just go to pieces. Right, it's a bit of lead, but oh my god. Unbelievable. I know, my excitement, I forgot to press record. It sounded like a coin, and it is a coin. It is a penny, and maybe, well, a bit of an imprint. And who do we have? Gorgeous George, I think. George V returns. We're going from one to the other, father to son to father to son. So, yep, definitely George V. You can see his head there looking to the left-hand side. Have we got a date? Hopefully we do. Well, we're back to 1920, so we've got two coins, two different monarchs, and I think we're back to back with dates. So 1919 for the halfpenny, 1920 for the penny, and then his son, we had 1938, and then we got 1939. So not in the best of condition, but at least we can tell who it is. So George V, he famously married his own brother's fiancée, because his brother died, Victor Albert, or Albert Victor, and his fiancée was Mary of Teck, so George V married her instead. And there are some suggestions that George V and Mary of Teck, during the Russian Revolution, they could have saved the Tsars, the Nicholases, who were his cousin, but they decided it was bad PR, so they didn't, and as a result they were all murdered, including their children, in a horrific way. So there you go. Family blood is thicker than water. Well, not all the time. I'm right under the power line, so there's a lot of chatter, but this is pretty consistent 80 to 81. Let's see. Come on. More gold. Well, it's out. It's out, but it's pretty erratic now that it's out somewhere. Ah, it's a bit of copper pipe or something. It's a solid bit of copper. Wonder what that would be for. A metal rod. Who knows? Well, we've got another coin. 74. Which should never have been a coin, but there's something round and very green. Oh, it's a mess. It is a mess. My God, look how bad that is. Well, I don't think even the bendy thumb will be able to bring that back to life. Maybe this side might have something on it, but it's not looking good, that's for sure. It could even be a token rather than a coin, which might explain why it's in such bad condition. Give it a wee light rub, and it's a token. It's a token. I can see big letters at the bottom, RLEE. So I think this is an old token used by landowners to pay labourers, particularly in the early part of the 1900s. That's exactly what it is. I can see the line round the outside edge, which they've usually got. So this is a token, might clean up better when I get home, that would have been given to the workers. A lot of them were fruit workers working in the berry industry, strawberries and raspberries. They'd be given this as part of their wage. This will probably say on it something like 6 pence. And if they wanted to buy bread or milk or eggs, they could buy it in the farm shop, which was owned by the same person who was paying them. So they were paying over the odds. Basically they were being paid only to give the money back again, because it couldn't be spent anywhere else. It could only be spent on the farm where they worked. So they were damned either way. So there you go. That is a nice little find, and it probably dates to the early part of the 1900s. Excellent. Well, it's taken a while, but I've got my first button. 51, 54. Thought it was actually going to be a bit of tin foil. But it's a 4-holer that's seen better days. Almost looks like it's been on fire. Probably 1900s, 1950. It seems the buttons are a bit like the coins. You don't get one for ages and then you get two back to back. So it's a wee bit different. But it is a button. It's a 2-holer. In fact, I did actually get an aluminium button earlier on. It's got some writing on it, but I cannot read it. But yeah, probably going to be again 1900, 1950s. This is a lively sounding one. 79 to 80. Maybe a wee buckle. Could be I don't know what that is. A button? I think it is. Oh, it's a livery button. Excellent. So you see you've got a little figure on there, which is kind of like maybe even a cat. Give this a wee gentle rub. See what happens. I can hear voices, but I can't see anyone. Well, there's what definitely looks a bit like a cat. Big ears, big tail. And on the back it'll probably say somewhere in London, usually. Innes, Innes, I think that says. I'll have a look at it when I get home. You can see it's in pretty poor condition. You can see where the loop would have been. But this is a livery button. It's a button probably off of an estate worker or someone who was a servant or such like in a big stately home. And the cat or whatever that figure is on there, that would have been a symbol of the family, and everyone would have worn waistcoats and jackets that had the same sort of decorated buttons on them. So it'll probably be from the coat of arms of the family. And date-wise, probably 1800s, I'm guessing. But let me know in the comments below. Nice. I might get that Victorian penny after all. 86, 87. Come on. Ah, there's something there. It's on its edge. It's round. Look, I've just missed it. I think it's actually a halfpenny again. Wee impression. So, it could be Victoria, you know, it looks pretty shiny. Well, it looks very shiny. It looks almost rubbed away. Let's give it a rub on the jumper. Just gently. Well, I think even the bendy thumb might struggle to bring this one back. Cannot see anything on that side. And on that side, well, I think it's going to be the same. We'll see what happens when we get home and we get in the light box, but my guess would be actually it's probably Victoria, because her coins are often almost polished blank, because a lot of her coins were in circulation for a long time, almost 80, 90 years after her death. So, well, it's another coin, so I don't know how many that is now, 5, 6, so a great day all round, especially with the gold. This is an ear blower. Solid 83. Not going to say the coin word. Ah, damn, I just said the coin word. Right, we're out. We are out. Come on, let's get another coin. What a day this has been. Just get a feeling this is going to be aluminium. Oh, I tell you what, it's not aluminium, because look, right there. What a day. What a day. Oh, it's really crusty. Really crusty. Well, I don't think there's going to be much left of this, is there? I'll give it a wee rub. Could be George V, you know. Could be George V. This field, or this part of the field, clearly is a bit waterlogged. So, yeah, it's totally had it on that side. Absolutely shot to pieces. I get the feeling it could be. Well, I think it could be a head in any direction there, but yeah, I think it is. Look, there's a nose, an eye, a chin, a moustache. I think it is. It's Gorgeous Georgius, as I call him. George V. So yeah, so that'll put it sometime between, in fact look, I can just make out the letters, Georg. Yeah, so it's definitely George V, so that'll be 1910 to 1936 or 38. Brilliant. Well, it's a halfpenny, it's another coin. Getting close to time being up. Making my way to the edge of the field. This is an 84, 85. But sounds a bit ropey. But as ever, happy to be proven wrong. Oh. Nope. Ah, there it is. It's a little bottle top. It's a little crimped whiskey bottle lid for like a quarter bottle. Oh, dropped it. Or a half bottle. Honestly, these farmers, it's amazing they got any work done. Sounds like they were drunk half the time. We've got another screamer. I hate to say it, but I think it's another coin. I think it is. Ugh, get off. I think it is another coin. Surely has to be a big penny. Ah, well. John, why do you keep doing it to yourself? Aluminium. Well, I started the day with aluminium and I ended the day with aluminium. Beautiful bit of blue sky behind me, but coming in on this side the cloud is building. There's rain forecast. I can't park anywhere near the field, so I've got a half an hour walk back to the car and then home. But what a day. Aluminium front and back, but my God, in between, lots of coins, lots of little interesting artefacts, and more importantly, what I believe is gold. So the first thing I'm going to do, I've got a friend who's a jeweller, so I'm going to go and get it tested, and he can tell me if it is gold or not. And then I'll get the light box out. So don't go anywhere, you'll get to see it in all its beauty. Be right back to you. Okay, so I'm back home and this is the extent of the finds. Now, I haven't really cleaned anything up, if I am honest. This is what I thought is possibly a cigarette case. And this is the only bit really that I've washed up. And I cannot see any signs of any hallmarks. I don't know if it's silver or if it's aluminium. Oh, there's actually something right there that I hadn't spotted. Well, we've got a CC and a crown possibly below it. So is that a hallmark? Well, that would be interesting if it was. So I did wonder, because this gave out a really good signal, but the problem is silver and aluminium tend to come out quite close in terms of signal. So it could be silver. So I'd be interested to hear what you think, whether or not that is silver. That would make a great day, an even better day if it was. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. But I think it's a cigarette case, and that's probably going to make it sometime the latter half of the 19th century into the beginning of the 20th century. Then we got this very nice little knife, which is completely corroded. I don't think it's bone. I think it's some sort of plastic. You can see the rivets going through the blade. It's copper at either end, copper alloy, and the iron blade is completely shot to bits. So I'm guessing probably around the turn of the century, again 1900s, that kind of era. And then we got lots and lots and lots of coins. So all the coins were either George V or George VI. This is a halfpenny, a ship's halfpenny from 1938. Some coins came out pretty good, like this one, and others came out pretty awful because different parts of the field are varying degrees of moisture. Some parts are waterlogged, like where I got the bit of gold from. 1 penny, 1920. So this is his dad, George V. And George V, without doubt, is the most common coin that we get. This is also George V. This is a halfpenny. And a bit of silver. Definite silver. Well, 50% silver. This is George VI again. It's a very nice little sixpence. 1939, so the outbreak of World War II. Always nice to get silver, even if it's only 50% silver. And then we got, in fact, let's look at these first. So we got a very crusty, I mean, look at the state of that coin. But it is George V. I can just make out his head, looking to the left just there, and the words Georgius. So it's amazing. The same field can produce so many different qualities of coin. Now this one here I think is Victoria. I say I think because I still can't make my mind up. But because it's so smooth and so worn, I'm going to say Victoria. Because generally her coins are the most polished because they were in circulation for so long. But I think it's a halfpenny. So it's going to be sometime between 1836 and 1901, give or take. And then an interesting little button, which I haven't really done anything with. Oh, what way up? That way up. So you can see there's a little sort of cat-like figure there in the centre. Maybe a wolf, maybe a dog, seated. This would have been a little livery button. And you can just make out some of the letters on the back. Again, it's seen better days, but it'll probably say somewhere in London. They normally say something like The Strand, London, in a particular maker. So, yeah, not the best, but still, at least we can just make out some of the detail. And then the moment you've all been waiting for, well, I've been to my friend, the jeweller. Let me just zoom you in a little bit and get you in extra close for the light. And I've went up to my friend the jeweller, and it was only when I got there I realised, I should have taken that ring. So I told him about the ring. I'll stop back up another day. And he's tested it, and it is 9 carat gold. Now he thinks it's either late Georgian, so probably around 1800, 1820, or he thinks it's into the beginning of the Victorian period, so 1836. So that would potentially put it in George IV, William IV. William IV? I think it is. But he tested it in any case and confirmed 100% that it is 9 carat gold. Now, the interesting question is, look at that. Look at that. So that is a beautiful little intaglio, a little carving. Now, I thought carnelian, I think is how you pronounce it, because I know of a red stone, and that's the only one that I actually know of. So, I mean, I think you get like maybe a bloodstone as well. So I'd be interested to hear what you all think about that. Now, there is a chance they used to often reuse much older stones, like from the Roman period and such like. So let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts, should I say, in the comments on that one. But that is a thing of beauty. It's possibly the helmeted bust of Roma, but it could equally be some sort of Roman or even Greek figure. So I'd be interested to see what you all think. But either way, it's gold. It is gold. And every detectorist wants to go out and find treasure. That's why we all do it. And without doubt, I think gold is probably the thing that everybody wants to find. It's also the thing that we rarely ever find. But, you know, it's just a beautiful thing. Definitely amongst one of the most stunning little finds that I have ever made. So I am very happy with that. 9 carat gold. And as I say, you can see it's very worn at the top of that loop, just up here, and almost actually worn through. So it's clearly been used by someone for quite some time before they've lost it. And I don't know, maybe to leave a little imprint on a wax seal. Possibly, the jeweller thinks, could have maybe been attached to a chain on a pocket watch, a fob, but not entirely certain. But either way, 9 carat gold, and certainly a couple of 100 years old, so a thing of beauty. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. Detectiveville is a week away to Detectiveville. I filmed this video last week. It's taken me a little while to catch up. But, yeah, 1 week. And we will have probably just finished detecting on the first day, on the Saturday. So I cannot wait. So let me know all your thoughts on the finds below, particularly this little gold item. And thank you all for watching. If you're not already subscribed, then hit the button, doesn't cost you a penny. Turn on the notifications. And hopefully, I'll see you all on the next dig. Thanks for watching.